Gratitude and abundance, gratitude and abundance, divine awakened ones. I'm gonna say this video is to let you know that you are a miracle. For what you have been through, you were not supposed to make it. You were not supposed to be alive. You were not supposed to be on your assignment on the Mother Gaia, which is to be here to show humanity that the world, the old world, is deceased and there's a new world coming. And yes, there is a whole lot of work to do. Yes, you got to do your shadow work. You know, you got to know and realize who you are and why you're here. And you got to connect to your higher self. The I am, and know thyself. Through meditation and through breaking the generational curses off your bloodline. That's why I say you played your part perfectly. Your family, they did exactly what they were supposed to do, which was work against you. Yeah. Because their soul contract was to manipulate, isolate, okay, and keep you from your multi-dimensional self, not knowing who you are. And at the same time, not knowing who they are either. Because they just was a bunch of karmics. Right? You know, they stole from you. You know. But that's okay. Because what they stole was for the third dimensional reality. Right? What you see is not your reality. Right? See, you here for something more bigger, more enormous, right? Like, all their greed is all about the money, right? Because they stuck in the third dimension, right? They stuck in the matrix, right? So, all they know is money. But I say, the land is more than money. And what they thought they took from you, guess what? There's something much more enormous than you or them could ever imagine that's been laid up for you, right? Because the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Can I get a hello? And guess what? And you was meant to do it alone. See what I'm saying? So they had to do you dirty, you know? Your so-called family, your so-called girlfriend, your so-called husband, your so-called wife, right? Look here. And look. And that's good, because guess what? You ain't hung up on no traps of this world. Okay? Traps of money, traps of love, you know, because all that's just traps. You know, that's why they say to you, oh, if you had a chance, would you do this all over again? Hell to the no. Because I know I came here for a purpose. So, they the ones that's going to be reincarnated and brought right back here to do it all over again. Right? Because they didn't put no work in. They didn't put the work in at all. All they did was lie, cheat, and steal. That's all they did. You know, had you locked up, called you, right, to act like, well, yeah, actually, yeah, they needed help, you know what I'm saying? Because your family member needed help, they called you because other family members trying to sacrifice them. So, right? So you go, right? Because that's a part of your assignment. Your assignment was to do what nobody else in your family would do. And I thank that family member, right? Because they went on and let the other family members sacrifice them. They let them greed, they let their greed take over them. But the thing about it, what they got ain't nowhere near, right, to what you gonna have. Trust and believe that. What they sacrificed that family member for was nickels and dimes compared to what you got coming, beloved. Yes, divine awakened ones. Yes. So hold on, because what you see in your reality is not what it is. Everything happened for a bigger picture. Trust and believe me. That family member was sacrificed so that you could live. So that you could be the generational curse breaker of your bloodline. Destroy all those curses of addiction, all those curses of lust, all those curses of divorce, all that curses of having, illegitimate children. You were sent to do that. Yes. And that family member was sacrificed so that you wouldn't be sacrificed. And they call what I have vitiligo, but I call it death spells. That's what I call it. Death spells. Because they were trying to sacrifice me and you, Ma. Yes, they were. But guess what? It did not happen. And I'm still here. Yes. And what I got coming to me is going to blow their minds. Absolutely. So you are a miracle, divine awakened ones. And it's all for you. Not for your fake family members, your fake wife, your fake girlfriend, your fake friends. It's all for you. Can I get a hello? Do I see anybody on my right hand? Do I see anyone on my left hand? Do I see anybody in the front? It's all for you. Because you did the work. Alone. It's all you. So yeah. It's smooth sailing now. It's smooth sailing. And I say Ashe. And I say thanks and gratitude to my mother. Yes, Mary H. English, who did not sacrifice me like they wanted her to do. Come on. And she took the sacrifice for me. That's why I wear the sacrificial protection. Yes, of the divine awakened one. Ashe. Gratitude and abundance. Gratitude and abundance.